Hello and welcome to chapter 209 of our streaming adventure. What we have on tap today, well, the person wanted to see Magecraft, and specifically with Sedgemoor Witch. And that was already a deck that I thought was interesting, and so I thought, what was it? I looked for people that have been playing a blue-black kind of control version because I want to get into some fight on the stack and then be able to, with our witch, Flusterstorm for 5-6 tokens. Now, the other thing I saw about it that was interesting is our old pal Yawgmoth has the ability to sacrifice another creature, a pest, and then put a -1/-1 counter on up to another target creature and draw a card. So with all these pests we generate, we can pay a life, sack the token, get the life right back, so break even, but we can mow down creatures on their side. At least that is going to be the plan, and hey, we draw cards for our trouble. Other things we have going on here, it's kind of a mishmash. Like, I wanted to be a little bit spell heavy. Looking at this now, I do wonder if Cabal Therapy makes more sense. Like, I had thought, yeah, that looks like it would work, and I threw Cabal Therapy into the sideboard. But I'm wondering, is Cabal Therapy maybe better off in the main? Now, the reason Unearth is there is because we used to have Unearth playing alongside, like, say, Monastery Mentor. Like, when you know you want to keep your card around, you're not going to do so hot against Swords to Plowshares, but it is a thought. Unearth can bring back Baleful Strix and or Snapcaster Mage, or Snapcaster Mage back the Unearth. So I like those ideas. What I'm questioning now is, would Cabal Therapy be better off in this main? Well, there's only one way to find out. Good enough. Oh, that's right. Last time we played, we did manage to 5-0. So we should have play points. We do have play points. Ooh, we have player reward packs. Let's open our promos. Yeah, Vindicate. And a kind of cool Lightning Mountain. I accept. Actually, do I have multiple of those Vindicates? Because it's now going to be in Modern. Yeah, look at that. Boom, 3 Vindicates. Anyway, off to the Legacy League. Let's go. Let me move it over so you can see what's going on. It definitely, I feel like it's going to have it's going to have targets, that's for sure. All right, lost the die roll. Blind Therapy. Then again, maybe it's not so blind if they tell us what they're doing. Last seen playing. Whoa. Expressive Iteration. Yeah, this has mana. This has a witch. They do have Stifle, though. Do they have Wastelands? They have Wastelands and Stifle. So if Brainstorm's reasonable, now they're probably hiding the good cards. Still looking at this list. Do you still name Brainstorm after they hide one? Yeah, show me what's going on over there. They had expressive iteration. That's just annoying. I almost said expressive iteration because I thought that would be good. Now, this is a different list because there's Sprite Dragon here. Oh, they passed their turn. Okay. I missed that part. But they did they brainstormed, so they knew what was coming. I do like the idea of these fatal pushes. Oh, sorry, that is not the current list. 1 sec. It is a very, very spicy take on depths. Oh, they found that land after all. I would like to cash this in now. Okay, so they have 6 cards in hand. Force Negation, Daze. They've played the Sprite Dragon. I haven't done it yet, sorry. Okay, now the deck should be updated. All right, so they're coming in. So they played this Sprite Dragon. I can't just run into Sedgemoor Witch. See if they're willing to cash in Force for it. Force pitching Daze. They had a second Force and a second Daze, were the cards we did not know about. So I can't use the Force Negation because it is my turn. Question is, do I want any of these? Technically, I would say yes. Because that to be able to start setting up. I can make sure I have my land and a brainstorm. Okay. So on their turn, they're going to iterate. Yep. I could negate this. My thought being, I need to get back to my turn and snap. So now the thing is, I want to make sure I don't necessarily. Okay, I got a Delver. Can I draw out a bolt from them? I need to remember I have this. Okay, they didn't even think of flipping. Resolves. So they're down to one card. Do I think it's days? What would they not have played last turn? Snow-covered island. So they're going to have a look, crack, look. Yeah. So they're choosing to shuffle that one away. Okay, so we know this will draw into a land. Alright, so we got that one. like, is Yawgmoth good? I mean, this could mess with a lot of stuff. Things I think I want. I think I want explosive. Probably want Hydroblast for their red threats. I mean, Flusterstorm doesn't seem terrible. I think Cabal Therapy is too cute. Maybe. Maybe Force of Negation is too cute. See, I don't have like a Gitaxian Probe or whatever to combine with the therapy, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know. A 4-cost guy seems a lot. How is what does Expressive Iteration say? Look at. Okay, so Hull Breacher doesn't mess with that. I think Plague Engineer is not the speed we want. I need to worry about dazes and stuff like that instead. I like the idea of Unearth, though. Yeah. So Hull Breacher in. We'll cut the other negation. I'm down a bit of time. Not staggering, but noticeable. I don't think we can keep on an Underground Sea. Okay, Delver for them. Draw the land I'm pretty sure we put down. I do wonder with the mulligans, sometimes it feels like it sure is setting things up. Flip a daze, sure. Flip again. Okay. So at least it was not double blind flip. Hmm. 4. Okay. So we can put that back. We could have this available to give us blue. And now the snap that I want is gone, but so they have Daze and Ponder. Tropical. We didn't see the green from them before. That's not bad. Yeah, but the rug deck that I saw when I pulled it up was like the Clothis. What's the green? What do you call it? It was nothing like this. Is my point. They might still have Clothis. See. I could try to force this. I could try to brainstorm. I think I can't let this resolve. They have double days. You got me. Too bad I can't name the land in their hand. I know that's there. I don't have any good thoughts for what I would even name. Because they didn't choose to deploy anything else. See, this at least takes them off of 2 sources. We could guess that they had the dragon. I don't even have any creatures. Alright, so Sprite Dragon. Ethereal Forger, another days. Another days. That's annoying. So now that they can play the Forager with Red Elemental backup. Why would you not take another days? So if I try to Brazen Borrower, they Red Elemental Blast, I Flusterstorm it, and they can Daze back. I can't even snap into Fatal Push here because it's too big. Maybe they'll mess up. I was like, haha, I Flusterstorm here. Yeah, that doesn't work. Because I'm going to die to Lightning Bolt that's already in their hand, I don't get another turn. So hope they mess things up here. I already saw what was in their hand. It wasn't going to go well. The fact that we saw Young Pyromancer makes me think I want the Plague Engineers. I think Cabal Therapy is just maybe not good enough. As much as it thought like it would be clever, I don't think it ended up working. It's possible that the Yawgmoth could do some work. Like, it won't. It's got 4 toughness. So if it can resolve, it has a chance. But that's the key, is that it has to resolve. So far, I think the issue is that maybe we're a little bit light on mana. Keep this, I guess. They went to 6. Days. I mean, I could have just theoretically waited. Maybe that's I need to have the patience to wait. Maybe that's the issue. Instead of just jamming there, if I expect that they're on days and I have things to fight that, I could just wait a turn, because then Baleful Strix has a better chance to fight that. Here, they're set back, but I don't think it really necessarily hurts them, because they're just going to blind flip. Because they're just going to blind flip anyway. Theoretically, I already had a mix of land and spells too. Maybe I didn't need to lead on Ponder. That's worth considering. Days is very obnoxious. That is true. Well, I think our opponent had 7 of them in the last game. Just game. It was pretty annoying. All right. So know that they are holding a daze. See, even if I deploy a Strix, I guess I could draw. Like if they're setting themselves up for a removal spell here. Unearth is not gone. Nice. So we still have Unearth to save us. The fact that I'm maybe trying to focus around a 3-drop in the Daze Wasteland world. Now I do have basics. I got basics for Daze. That I didn't mean it that way. But I do have basics for Daze, but I didn't mean it that way. This is a very ponderous ponder from our opponent. Still pondering. Okay, ponder ended up with a shuffle after all. Let's see what happens next. Okay, you got me. Force pitching days. I don't know if I believe them because they always have another one. Removal spell? Yep. Oh. Let me untap. 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 Sure. No blocks. So I could set this up to Brazen Borrow and then Fluster. I was gonna say I need to eat these. I can't stop the flyer though. That's the problem. See, that's the problem. Is like I'm just dead to that. Unless I can eat these guys somehow, but I can't because I know what I'm going to draw. Who knows? Maybe Magic Online is bugged. It's worth a shot. Come on, give me enough triggers somehow. No, we die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even that wouldn't have been enough. Wah wah. Alright, try again. I don't know. Yawgmoth seems like it could have done some work, but the bigger issue is I didn't have an answer to Clothis there, and I feel like Clothis was just going to eat my lunch. Well, we are on the draw. They were last seen playing Oops All Spells. Well, this is Oops, right? No, this is like the Storm Ponder Duress one. Builds up to Peer into the Abyss. Okay, I'll keep this. If that's what they have. Solve the equation. They did not shuffle. That might not be terrible. Well, no, it might be terrible. You got it. But go ahead, Cling to Gust. I only have one legal target for that. So right now, would I rather... This is on their turn. I was going to say, would I rather start setting up Sedgemoor Witch? Because then next turn, I can Snapcaster. Wow. Well, I've got Sedgemoor Witches on lockdown. Yeah, they know what 3 of my cards are because I played out that Underground Sea. Sure, I'm dead. I mean, maybe. Maybe they miss. I doubt it. They did draw 20-something cards. Alright. So they are playing Blue-Black Pier, which I would have to say, these Flusterstorms could not be better. But that probably means, well, Hull Breacher, Opposition Agent. Do they use their graveyard? Cabal Ritual, I guess. That seems really weak. But, well, it's got to be better than Fatal Push. See, now they might side into the Sedgemoor Witch package, which would be clever on their part if they did. Very interesting. Do I think they are going to go Sedgemoor Witch package? See, I don't know. Could always Thoughtseize it out of their hand. Yikes. Okay. Keep this pitching. Probably Brazen Borrower. My thought there is their likelihood to have turn 1 kill was not that high. Obviously, I'm wrong. Okay. I want to get further into the deck setting up these spells. Draw a Pact of Negation. Okay. So, oh, they didn't have the mana for it. We could take away the Whisper and the Ritual. Because they are going to draw 2. Wah, wah. Their ponder was a shuffle. Alright, Baleful Strix will stay home to save 2 life for me. Brainstorm, put Pact on top? No. Took a Flusterstorm. Do they have a second Flusterstorm? Six cards left. A new Confidant. So they have 5 cards left. We know what 4 of them are. That helps. Come on, flip some Peer into Depths. Now they are going to set themselves up better that way, so maybe that's worth fighting over. Maybe shouldn't have swung with the Witch. The Witch was probably wrong. Big flips. Zip. Biddy doodah. So either I get one more, or no, I'll let that happen. Oh, they did not play an island. Okay, they now played the island I had give them credit for playing. Did they find it anyway? Tendrils? Yeah, I was too greedy. I should have turtled up. That's my own fault. Once again, I am too greedy. I tend to be too aggressive in a blue-black control match, and I'm trying to find ways to like press the attack. That's not the role I should have been planning on there. I should have tried to maximum defense and just chip away with the things in play, put pressure on their life total, and strip their ability to combo me. Like, once we knocked one of the peers out of their hand and never drew like the surgical effect, yeah, that's annoying, but that's kind of how things go. Sorry, the cord is tangled around my chair somehow. All right. Let me bring up. Yeah, but I could have had Snapcaster Flusterstorm, which is even more defensive. I guess, did we see that they had a Thoughtseize in their hand? They happened to play the Duress. Yeah. No, what I was looking for is, did I start my tracker today? Mm-hmm. All right, round number 3. Well, this is a Magic Pro, but we're on the play for the first time, so let's see how that goes for me. Ponders and Swamps. They mulligan to 6. They mulligan to 5. They mulligan to 4. I no longer want to ponder. I kind of want to play Underground Sea Go to keep up Force with Flusterstorm. Because I have an inkling they are oops. I mean, I could just be wrong and they just had terrible draws there. Alright. So at least I'm protected with a singular force here. Yeah, like maybe that was just raging against the world as they couldn't find a playable hand. No shuffle on the ponder. Step 1. Double basic island. Does that change what I think they are? Force of Will, Show and Tell, Vista Strand. Well, I think I got time. Well, I have no lands here, so... Yikes. Well, I'm glad we didn't sacrifice our man there. Flooded Strand. Well, Fatal Pushes. Fatal Pushes. So I have a Force and a Fluster here. Whether it's probably not good enough. We haven't seen if they are blue-white or blue-green or Sneak and Show. Could still be a variety of things. Sorry, I tried to yield there, didn't take. They have a Force, a Show and Tell, and a Brainstorm. Let this happen. Fetch. No fetch. Play a basic. So the question is, do you deploy a Sedgemoor Witch with the hope of... No, you gotta get a... I gotta get another land to allow myself to have that witch. The ability to have Force and Fluster protection here, I feel like it's too good. Strand is for white. Teferi. How many mana left? 3 mana left. They played their land, however. They're forcing back pitching and impulse. So all they have left is a show and tell. Alright, so my thought here... I did not even think about therapy. I popped out my graveyard, and I still did not even think about therapy. Well, we're about to get punished here. Cool, cool. Maybe not. When it's blue-white, they tend to either have it or don't have it. Alright, let's see if this works. Yeah, it worked. Jeremy, flashback therapy. Jeremy, flashback therapy. Jeremy, flashback therapy. Yeah, it's show and tell. Well, I get mad. I'm going to say it doesn't matter anymore. Because what did their preordain do? Their preordain top bottomed. Got him. Hooray, us! So, blue-white Omni. Okay. Blue-white Omni does not have any interest in playing our match. Sorry, opponent. I hope you have a better day. I mean, it said they were already 1-3, and then they ran in against the main deck Flusterstorm guy. I've had those days. I've had that frustration. I hope their day gets better. What would we have done? We would have taken out the Fatal Pushes, the Cling to Dust, the Unearth. We would have added Thoughtseize. We would have added Hull Breacher. They have fetch land. They have fetch lands. We would have played Opposition Agent. So what's that? 3, 4, 5. For 4 Fatal Pushes and a Yogg 3 Physician. Yeah, it's reasonable. Now, maybe Unearth could come out. Unearth has a chance to bring back, say, somebody that gets countered like a Sedgemoor Witch. But Surgicals might have life. So 3 Thoughtseize, 4, 5, Surgical, Hull Breacher Opposition, that's 7. And if we took out 4 Fatal Pushes and Unearth, probably the Cling to Dust, and then 1 Yawgmoth, I'm okay with that. That would be 7. That would work. Because I can currently only get enough mana available for 2 colors of Engineered Explosives. So actually, I wonder about that. Oh, look! It's Lewis CBR again. And we're on the draw again. I wonder if it'll go poorly again. Alright, so we can afford to develop this, maybe. Like, we have mana, so we can just kind of wait. I think I'm going to keep. Watch, they'll have switched to a completely different deck. Huh? Well, they already beat it. We won that other first game, though, so I do feel a little happy about that. Basic Mountain. The only good news is we can't be double dazed. Huh. I think Brainstorm's too important. Yikes. There's a lot of stinkers here. Those are not as much stinkers. So we can definitely pitch this one. Now here's the question is, do we go... I could right now. Yeah, I think it makes more sense to try to set up longer term. Okay, so I don't have the removal spell. Brainstorm, try again. So they're really going to draw. I think that can go. Because I don't think Unearth is what I want. Kind of Snapcaster if I'm going to continue to develop lands. It might actually be forced because of losing the resource. I'm going to go that way. Remember, Jeremy, you played Cabal Therapy. Remember, Jeremy, you played Cabal Therapy here. They haven't played a Brainstorm yet. It's probably Sprite Dragon, but they haven't played a Brainstorm yet. Come on, get them. Ah, we got one. So they got a Delver, a Ponder, a Forked Bolt, an Expressive Iteration. They could cash their mana in for Expressive and then we can fluster it. That feels nice. Because now they've lost their turn. Cling to Dust isn't terrible, but no, these aren't the cards I want. Ethereal. Ethereal. Is there like an A there? How do I get Forager? I tried to swipe. They drew a lightning bolt. Okay, might as well deploy another Ponder. Flusterstorm, Brainstorm. Yeah. Give ourselves a chance to draw into something worthwhile. Ponder has been cashed in. Fetch has been found. Delver's been deployed. Yikes. What is going on? They did not even try to fight it end step. Interesting. Flusterstorm would have caught them end step. It won't catch them here. Okay. I can dig it. Take one. Barf, barf, barf. Yeah. How many basics are in the deck? 6. No flip on Delver. I'm just trying to get something going here. So I should have fetched first. That is clear. Good old Magic the Gathering. Now, it's my own fault. I could have properly set that up to have it in play. I had 6 land, and I gave their... What do you call it? I had 6 land, and I gave their days something to do. That's on me. Yep. So, what did we decide last time? Now, that had multiple basics in it. We saw basic islands and basic mountain from them. So that actually makes me hesitant to go so quickly to back to basics. But I mean, it's still plausible. I have a lot of fetches. I don't think we're ever going to actually catch something, though, with it. I want the Fatal Pushes. I want the Strixes. I want the Unearth to rebuy a Strix or whoever. I just want more. I want more random idiots. I don't think back to basics is going to be what we need. I think I'm willing to jam into days there. One time, Tommy. Get him! I'm gonna say, don't we just bolt it? Well, yikes. Guess we're picking opposition agent back up. I wanted it. I wanted to get him. This feels like they're digging. Forager, okay. Ridiculous. Alright, so if they attack with the Forager, we theoretically get a chance to block, you know, if we ever drew anything. Dies. Do they have another bolt for the other Strix? No, they have Forked Bolt. Okay, they'll pick themselves up. Ponder? Ponder deployed. See what they do on the Ponder. They did not shuffle. So they'll get their Brainstorm back. I mean, touche, you got a Brainstorm. What is this? Fairy Rogue. Human Shaman. Is it Fairy Dragon? Right? I think I go Fairy, because it turns off the original Sprite Dragon, and it turns off Brazen Borrower. And then you just get Force of Willed. You know, happens. Alright, Sprite Dragon gonna go to town. See what happens. Yep, Sprite Dragon swings. So I'm glad I was gonna name Fairy, and it also would have dealt with this lurker over here. Now the question is, do I want to let them draw another card? Can I have this one? How many dazes do you think are in their hand? That's annoying. Come on, play a card draw spell. Play a card draw spell, you coward. That's not what I meant. Three, four, they play that end step. I'm dead. No. Yeah, they just have to play multiple spells off this. Am I dead? They had their own Hull Breacher. And then this triggers, they draw a lightning bolt, throw it at me, 3/6. Yep, we're dead. Bum, bum, bum. Losing to Delver. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised to. Now, we did take one game off them in the first match before they knew what we were even playing. But then, yeah, they remedied that in the second match. I do think the blue-black peer into the abyss was probably a closer match, but I just played it poorly. You know, like I was pushing for an aggressive line against their combo deck where, I mean, I have flussers and permission. Maybe that's what I needed to do. So, it's my own fault. All right. They have mulligan to 6. I'm going to keep. My thought is I can set up Ponder into Strix into Witch. They're down to 5 cards, so maybe we're just dead. Maybe they're a combo deck, and it's my own fault. Or not. So my thought is I've got the mana. I need to start drawing into more useful cards. Okay. So next turn we can deploy a Strix to stop whatever they might have going on. Cavern on. Core. Stoneforge Mystic. Accepted. Sword of Fire and Ice. That can be a bad one for me. I have some thoughts on what to name. Is that too mean? What? Should I name Batterskull because that's what they really have? Well, it lets them break through Baleful Strix. That's the only thing I'm kind of thinking in my head. Now, here's the real play. Did they have Batterskull and chose to go get Sword of Fire and Ice? Oh, see, I was gonna like outthink myself. All right, so Revoker, Wasteland, Swords of Plowshares. So that'll give me land to Fatal Push afterwards. Yeah, I like that. So we already have that fetch. Let's order it. This. No shuffle. Pester. Okay, Wasteland has arrived. Aether Vial. So they're like a Death and Taxes. They just had a really bad start. Interesting that the first card they chose. Now here's something. Do I try to bait the swords on my Baleful Strix? Or do I just start jamming Sedgemoor Witches? I mean, I've got a handful of them. Accepted. Tick up to 1. A new Wasteland. So we know the one card in hand is a Revoker. Okay, this is the witch we knew we were drawing. So I'm going to deploy this. I'm going to Baleful Strix to draw through that. Was it a land? I think it was a land. Okay. It's a fetch land at least. Non-land. See, we got him to cash in swords on Baleful Strix. Yep, that idiot's out of here. Accepted. All right, so now we're playing Top Deck War. And I feel pretty confident about my side of it. The question is, are they going to tick up or leave Revoker there? Okay, they want Surprise Revoker. Skyclave Apparition. So Revoker still their secret card. Wow. Nice lands. I almost don't want to put this witch out there. Yeah, I do. Like, they've been getting shocked. Yeah, I think you need the blocker now. And if I can get any kind of... Because you can take up to 3 here. Flusterstorms are going to be pretty weak here. Sure. Liliana the Veil is a good one. What's the other Liliana? That seems like it would be better. Last Hope. Thank you. Yeah, I think that would have been much better. Thalia, Garden of Threven. That is a good point. Combat. Puts them at 5, facing, attacking for 10. What do they need? Palace Jailer? Okay. So... Death and taxes from them. Sounds like Plague Engineer. We're engineering all sorts of things. Cling to Dust, not so much. Flusterstorms. I mean, Flusterstorm can hit swords. Is that literally it? It is, isn't it? That seems terrible. A Thoughtseize, perhaps. Force of Negation. Is that the same story? Force of Negation is just... Should that be Thoughtseizes? Potentially, what? Surgical Extraction? I like the idea of Thoughtseize combining with the therapies. Or Brazen Borrower back to hand. But no, I think that's a good point. Maybe we should have a walker for this proliferation nonsense. That could be clever. Opposition agent for their search effects, Stoneforge. I like that. I like that. Surgical extraction just does not feel like where I want to be doing. Back to basics is not what I want, right? I do think Liliana Last Hope is probably a relevant card to be playing. But no, it's not something I am playing. How bad are just Force of Wills in general? Are these Force of Wills just bad? Like if they have a real keep. I'm also cutting a lot of blue cards, so maybe it makes sense to trim one of those. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right. They are playing. I have a mulligan. They have a mulligan. I accept. So, what is the least relevant card here? Like, I want to say it's Opposition Agent. Because I want to go Island, Preordain, and then Vista into a swamp for Strix. Trying to build up Sedgemoor Witch nonsense. Opposition Agent maybe can do something, but alright. So Thoughtseize, Brainstorm. I have a feeling I'm about to start getting squeezed out. So next turn I want to play the Strix. And then I could potentially get use out of this Brainstorm, but not necessarily Thoughtseize. I'm thinking longer term with the Witch. So they went and got a Jit. Now that is scarier for me in general. So the question here is, do I Brainstorm and then just Fatal Push away this Mystic? Or let them jump through the hoops of trying to equip and then catch them? I think I want to let them go through the effort and then I get them. Protection from humans is pretty sweet. Unearth is pretty sweet. So I either let them... I could Thought Seize to see what's going on. They're going to drop the jet, but I could still kill the guy. I've double swamp. Which means I put this back. I probably put Strix back. So that resolves. Sword of Fire and Ice has hit play. Okay. They have Jit. They have Prelate, Swords. Well, they don't have mana to cast that yet. Uh-oh, you're a legend. So I can snap cast a Thought Seize to take away Jet. That's probably worthwhile. Beats. If I play this Sedgemoor Witch, no. Let them do what I think they're gonna. Oh, they didn't. We'll bounce that sword back to hand. They got me for one. We have a swords for a fatal push here. Flash in. Give me that fatal push. Hit your mama. Wasteland, sure. I accept. So the question is, am I better off I think I am waiting on this Brazen Borrower? All right, let's take to the skies. Because they are holding a swords in hand, but are not currently allowed to play it. Four in the sky. So here's the real question. Do I put Yawgmoth out there just to have... Yeah. The first strike kills Witch, but... that feels a little weird to start with. Yeah, like they're down to 4. They can't... No blocks. Okay. Are they going to pick up Thalia with Caracas and replay it? Yeah, Swords on Witch is a +6 life. They are. They're going to do it. Replay Thalia. Replay Thalia. Replay Thalia. Oh, hi there. My name is Yawgmoth Thran Physician. You may not have heard of me. I would like to kill you, sacrificing this one. All right, put him at 2. Doctor, Mr. MD. Not quite Dr. Pepper, but still a pretty good doctor. Swords Snapcaster Mage. I'll allow it. Theoretically, I could have drawn a card there, right? Either vial, no cards in hand. Okay. Dear opponent. Maybe they won't see it. Oh, they saw it. What are the most of the creatures in the deck? They gotta be humans, right? Get wrecked, humans. You big idiots. Of course. Why didn't you pick Spirit? That has flash, Jeremy. You're allowed to wait. Why did you... I was thinking, oh no, I can't attack. Yeah, you can. See, now I'm going to wait because I have Death Touch. They can't stop both of them. Why did you play it out normal speed? I just think that was poor. We did it. We fought our way back to 2-3. Woo! So, what did we learn today? We learned... No, but it's not on you. I would say there are things about this deck that could have been done better. Like we were trying to build up the Magecraft synergy with Sedgemoor Witch. Sedgemoor Witch, trying to do Flusterstorm, cantrips, and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think at least the blue-black Peer Through Depths, I think if I played that better, we could have had a 3-2 out of it. I mean, this... Part of the problem with trying to come up with deck ideas and stuff like that is running into the Delver Buzzsaw, I would say, in Legacy. That if you can't clear or approach that threshold, like, effectively, we're trying to play around a 3-mana card, right? We're going to be on the back foot ever trying to reach 3 mana. Like, we did have a lot of basics to try to get there, but you can't even play the Witch on 3. They're just gonna daze it. Or you'll play it and they'll kill it immediately because you couldn't play it with mana available. So maybe this isn't the right shell for Witch, but I think it was fun to give it a shot. Speaking of unplayable or jank or whatever, 2 days from now, the goal is to play Dragonstorm. Yeah. So tune in for Dragonstorm. I don't think we're going to 0-5-0-10. But I have to imagine things are not going to be entirely... What's the word? I don't even know what I've turned to the empty wall because that's how that is how things are feeling. I don't know. We're gonna get... I was told to play Dragonstorm, Whether that's officially the card or we just have to do some dragon nonsense, I think we'll think on that a little bit. So thank you everybody who watched the stream tonight or are watching later on YouTube. I really do appreciate, or even on a Twitch VOD later, however you consume the J Pinter MTG content. I really do appreciate it. I want to say thank you to the subs. The subs are the ones that drive our subscriber content with the wheel. You get to give me a single card strategy, an archetype you want to see, or maybe a format you want me to play. And then we try to Magecraft it up as best I can. Or, like I said, Dragonstorm is coming. Looks like the Legacy Showcase got picked up from last weekend and dropped on this coming weekend. So I'm not necessarily going to have a chance to even play in the Sunday event. Because I still... Well, now what's really interesting is I think Modern Horizons 2 comes out this week, so that might affect things a little bit. But yeah, overall, I think... I know I had some fun tonight. It's tough to lose, and it's a little frustrating, but I do think it is interesting trying to take something a little off the beaten path and go for it, you know? So, all right, everybody. Paper release... No, I'm pretty sure Magic Online comes out... I am almost positive. mtgo.com. Why would Magic Online start working now? Okay. May 25th announcements. I could have swore I saw... What's today? Why wasn't there an announcement today? Why would it be easy? Modern Horizons 2, 3, yeah, on Magic Online. It's not what I wanted. I want literal Magic Online. Well, because I heard people were talking about this coming weekend for the Legacy Showcase that they had only a couple days to test with the new cards. So that makes it sound like it's coming out this week, right? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Not that I'm going to necessarily get a chance to play, but I still think it would be fun to find somewhere in there to try something with some new cards, but I guess we'll see. All right, the only other Legacy out there is MTG Paper Legacy, so I'm going to send you that way. Thanks for watching tonight. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Take care.